It's time for your primetime forecast from Dr. Don's weather page in the Shepherd's Weather Center. Now, here's Dr. Don.
Well, hello, East Alabama and West Georgia. What a gorgeous day it was today across the area. It was a little bit chilly to start the day, but boy, it turned out to be a fantastic day. Time now to talk about your weather forecast for Wednesday, December 16, 2020. On Dr. Don's weather page, it's your primetime forecast from the Shepherd's Weather Center. And though your Tuesday was fantabulous, it won't be so much late Tuesday evening and into at least part of the day on Wednesday. We have a fast-moving cold front headed our way. More about that in just a bit. Don't forget to head over to paypal.me/Dr. Don WX to support Dr. Don's weather page. Storm Prediction Center convective outlook for your Wednesday. Yeah, maybe a rumble of thunder or two there in middle Georgia, down into southern Georgia, extreme southeast Alabama. Better chance there in the Big Bend area of the state of Florida. Maybe some thunderstorms up there in South Carolina, North Carolina. Marginal risk of severe weather out there on the outer banks of North Carolina on Wednesday. Nothing across East Alabama or West Georgia except for the possibility of some white stuff. Well, not in Alabama or Georgia. The accumulating snows will be up in the northeast, and this is going to be a massive snowstorm. Look up there around Boston, maybe looking at 20 inches of snow. That's almost 2 feet before this thing is done and over with. North of Washington, Boston area, Pennsylvania seems to be the bullseye. Back over to around Chicago, looking at some expected snow totals, and we may see some even more so than this. Fort Wayne, Indiana, a little over an inch, a little over 4 inches there in our capital of Washington. 9 inches up in Pittsburgh. Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania seems to be the bullseye there. Around 20 inches of snow expected. Albany at 14, Syracuse at 10 inches. Yeah, if you're headed up to the northeast, you're going to get to see a massive snowstorm. Not so much here, but we may have to deal with a little ice accumulation. The National Weather Service office out of Peachtree City has issued a winter weather advisory for the far northeast Georgia mountains. This would stretch from Pickens County, Dawson County, back over to Lumpkin, up into Union, Towns, northern White, over into Rabun County, maybe in the northern portions of Habersham, and maybe a little bit of Stevens County as well. Now, this is going to be for the highest elevations above 2,000 feet. We could see a glazing of ice after midnight Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, and then it should be all gone. So we're not really dealing with any, or going to be dealing with any type of road problems up in the North Georgia mountains. But if you do have plans traveling, maybe you're going to Gatlinburg, you're going to be coming through on Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, you need to understand that the mountain passes, there could be some slick spots up there going up 441, also going up 75 north through White County and Towns, and then 129 north up through White, Lumpkin, and up into the Blairsville area. There could be some issues there. Of course, all the stuff on the north end of 75, 511, and up across 76 through Young Harris over to Clayton. All that stuff up there could have some light ice accumulations after midnight tonight into the first part of Wednesday. And going to take it down a little closer for you to show you. In the Helen area, this is worst case scenario. They're actually calling for less than this. But worst case scenario in the Helen area, 0.3 of an inch of ice possible there. And you can see there on the high ridges, I'm talking above 2,000 feet, and most of the area up in this part of the state's well below 2,000 feet. But up on the highest ridge peaks, we could see up to maybe 6 or 7/10 of an inch of ice accumulation up there. And again, that's going to be worst case scenario. Yeah, so that's not going to be a problem down across East Alabama and West Georgia. But here's what is causing all of this mess. We have low pressure that's going to be running right across the extreme northern part of the Gulf of Mexico. Now, if this low pressure were back out into the Gulf of Mexico another 100 miles or so, we might be looking at snow across North Alabama and North Georgia instead of rain. It's just a little bit too far north. But this is the perfect setup for snow. This is what we have to get a decent snow across Alabama and Georgia. It's just the low pressure center's too far to the north. It's pulling too much of that warm air up off the Gulf of Mexico, and the cold air staying north. Plus, this is a kind of a double-barrel low-pressure system. You'll notice there's a second low pressure that runs right across Tennessee. That's the one that's got the cold air with it. And so that's why the snow is going to stay further to the north over the next 24 to 48 hours. Here's your Goes East Southern Mississippi Valley satellite shot. And you can see we're kind of getting clouds in from two different directions. We're getting some clouds off of the Atlantic that's working back to the north and to the northwest, coming up from southeast Georgia. And then we've got that mess coming at us from the west as well. We're kind of caught in between. But that mess to the west is going to win this battle, and that's where our weather will come from after midnight Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Total rainfall amounts, so this is for the next 5 days. We do have another system coming on the weekend, so part of this we'll be considering that storm system. But between now and Saturday, we're looking at around a half to maybe 3/4 of an inch of rain. Some isolated spots could see 1 inch of rain with the storm system on Wednesday and again on Saturday. Temperatures for your Wednesday. I don't think we're going to rain all day Wednesday. Probably Wednesday morning. Then by noon on Wednesday, we go mostly cloudy. I think the precipitation's out of here by noon. 47 in Woodland, 48 in Wedowee, 50 in Wadley. Roanoke goes to 49 for your Wednesday afternoon high. It's going to be a cool day. We'll do 49 in Franklin, Pine Mountain at 50, Opelika also at 50, Sylacauga 50, and Dadeville will top out at 51 degrees on Wednesday afternoon. So let's take a peek at your Southern Union State Community College Live Doppler HD radar. This is valid as of about 5 p.m. on your Tuesday afternoon, and you can see what's coming at us. We've got a pretty good-sized snowstorm in the early stages of developing out across Oklahoma City. And then we have rain back to the south and southeast. Maybe some snow up there north of Memphis. But you see rain moving in now to Mississippi, just to the east of the Mississippi River. And that's going to continue to build and move off to the east through the remainder of your Tuesday and into Wednesday morning. Let's take a look at the Futurecast radar, and this is going to tell the story. Now, I think this may be a tad bit overdone, and I'll show you why. Now, this is what the model thinks is going to be happening at 7:35 on your Tuesday evening. Let's go back to the live radar. Notice there's very little precipitation over there around Charleston off the Atlantic coast. There is some, but it's not very significant. And if you go back to the model at 7:35, it's showing a lot more precipitation over there off the Atlantic. Now, that could happen, but I think this radar model is overdoing it just a tad. That's not really where our rain's going to come from anyway. Our rain's primarily going to come from the west moving east. So let's go ahead and put this in motion. And you can see the showers approaching East Alabama by about 10:30 on your Tuesday evening. This will be light stuff. The heavier stuff will come later, maybe a few thunder showers right there around midnight. But then as we get closer to sunrise, we'll hold the radar up right there. This is at 5:30 on Wednesday morning. Very heavy rainfall there along the I-20 corridor around Leeds, stretching back to Birmingham, and then to the southwest back down to around Hattiesburg. All of that's moving off the east-northeast. Also, pay attention to what's going on up there in North Georgia. You see some red. That's the possible icing that I was talking about just a few moments ago up there across the top of the ridge of the mountains across northeast Georgia. All right, so we go back in motion here, and we're going to zoom in on East Alabama. Again, this is at about 5:30 on Wednesday morning. Pretty heavy rainfall there across Randolph, Clay, Talladega, Then here we go at about 8 o'clock. Still raining pretty good across Randolph, Cleburne, Clay, Talladega. Here is 9 o'clock. Again, the heavier rains hang out over Talladega and Clay up there around Cleburne County. This is at 10:15 on Wednesday morning. Still some heavy scattered showers around down there in Chambers. This is at 11:30 on your Wednesday morning. LaGrange getting in on the action there. And then by around noon or 1 o'clock, we start to see the heavier precipitation amounts moving on into West Georgia and Middle Georgia and moving away from East Alabama by that time, by the noon hour. Zooming out a little bit, you can see the heavy rain continues across North Georgia on into Wednesday afternoon. But now let me show you something interesting. Again, folks, this is one model depiction of what could happen. Look at some of those white spots across Alabama. This is at 1:46 a.m. Thursday morning. This is after midnight, Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Look at some of the white spots showing up here. That's not clouds. The radar thinks that we may see a few snow flurries across north and central Alabama after midnight, Wednesday night into Thursday morning, if there's enough moisture left. Notice we still have some red up there across North Georgia where some icing could still be taking place. This will be a non-deal, though, if it happens. It'll just be flurries. It won't cause a problem at all. Let's go back in motion, and we'll move this forward. There is 3 a.m. Thursday morning, and we'll continue on. There's 4 o'clock. There's 5 a.m. 5 a.m. We've got some snow showers as far south, maybe as Demopolis over in West Alabama, if this is correct. And then we'll let this run on out. There's 6:30. There's 7:30. I know you got to look real close. 8:30. There's 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock Thursday morning. We're still showing some snow showers across central Alabama. Look at there. Let me circle it for you. There, right around Clanton, we see some snow showers. So it's possible. If there's enough moisture left behind this cold front, this is a very strong cold front, so it could squeeze out a snowflake or two after all the rain clears out. But it's not going to be enough to build a snowman. It's not going to be enough to cause problems on the roads. It'll just be something pretty to look at from time to time. So let's take a look at your current temperatures across Alabama and Georgia. Macon coming in at 47. Tifton's at 50 degrees at this hour. So is Lineville. Anniston at 48. Atlanta's checking in with 47 degrees. It's 50 in LaGrange. Montgomery has 56 degrees. Demopolis at 51. Jackson 54. It's 46 down in Hattiesburg. And Greenville checking in at 57 degrees at this hour. Here are your current conditions. 51 degrees across East Alabama and West Georgia. Our daytime high this afternoon was 55. That was achieved at 2:15 p.m. this afternoon. The wind's currently out of the east-southeast at 3 miles per hour, gusting to 4. Dew point is 39.1. Relative humidity is 73%. Forecast for tonight, rain late. I think we just stay cloudy up until around midnight or 1 a.m., and then we'll have some light rain. Low temperature of 42, maybe periods of heavier showers around and shortly after sunrise on Wednesday morning. Wind out of the east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunrise on Wednesday, 6:39 a.m. Sunsets at 4:37 p.m. So here's your 6-day forecast from the Shepherd's Weather Center on Dr. Don's weather page for Wednesday. 90% chance of rain. That's primarily Wednesday morning. Even though it's not in the official forecast, we cannot completely rule out the possibility of a flake or two late Wednesday into Wednesday night, maybe even into Thursday morning. And we're talking just a brief snow shower where you see just a handful of flakes and then it's gone. That's possible. 49 your high on Wednesday, but a cold raw day. 33 your overnight low Wednesday night. On Thursday, we're looking at mostly sunny skies, though we could have a A flurry or two hanging around early in the day on Thursday. Then we go mostly sunny by afternoon, 47 your high, down to 27 Thursday night. On Friday, mostly sunny, 53. Not quite as cold on Friday night, down to 30. And then on Saturday, here comes our next storm system, though most of the day will be okay. If you're going to be in Atlanta for the SEC Championship, make sure you have your rain gear with you. If you're one of the lucky few to get into Mercedes-Benz Stadium, because we could have some showers hanging around late in the day on Saturday. 20% chance, 54 your high, down to 40 on Saturday night. 40% chance of rain on Saturday evening, and then on Sunday, a 30% chance of showers, 54. 20% chance of rain Sunday night, down to 37. And then maybe back to sunshine on Monday, the 21st, as we start Christmas week. 57 will be your daytime high. Let's take a look at Christmas week on the 22nd, mild and sunny, 64. Wednesday, the 23rd, partly cloudy, 61. Christmas Eve, morning clouds and 58. Right now, Christmas Day looks scrumptious. Sunny and cool, 59 will be your daytime high, 37 your overnight low. You can't ask for much better weather for Christmas Day than that. Unless you're a snow lover, it could be a little bit better. But the chances of seeing a white Christmas this year in East Alabama or West Georgia, right there close to that big zero. It's just not going to happen. On Saturday, the 26th, we go partly cloudy, 59. Then on Sunday, the 27th, afternoon clouds and 60 for your daytime high. Please check us out at drdonwx.com. You can go over to the God's Country page and download the Mixler app and listen to God's Country anywhere in the whole wide world. They're playing some awfully good Christmas tunes right now. So if you haven't done that, please go download the Mixler app and listen to God's Country, and you get my daily weather forecast to boot. Also, head over to YouTube, and you can get there by clicking on the link at the top of this video to Dr. Don's weather page on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel and click on the little bell so that when we go live for severe weather, you're guaranteed to get a push notification. Our partners include Joey Knight at Anchor Roofing, 706-326-2438. Judy Aubrey at Shepherd's Fine Jewelry and Gifts in downtown Roanoke, 334-863-2812. Neil Johnson, Superior Heating and Air Conditioning, 334-646-0331. Mr. Brandon Brown at BR Construction, 334-744-1507. Southern Union State Community College, Wadley, Opelika, and Valley. Becky Rainwater at Remax Lakefront, 256-610-1390. By Auction 431 South, Joey Knight at 256-252-8932. Made in the South, a division of Southeast Soft Wash, 334-863-0084. Mark Mitchell at Bama Diesel Repair in Woodland, 256-201-3685. Jimmy Stevens of Jimmy Stevens Construction, 256-610-1364. And Jamie Dukas, your Alpha Insurance Agent, 256-452-5131. Folks, do us all a big, huge favor and go see these folks who make Dr. Don's weather page possible. Tell them how much you appreciate what they do to give us the weather forecast, because without them, we could not do this. Their support and your support is what keeps Dr. Don's weather page on the air. So please go help us out if you can at paypal.me/Dr. Don WX. And again, folks, not in the official forecast, but at least a couple of the models seem to think that there might be enough moisture hanging around late in the day on a Wednesday and during the overnight hours Wednesday night and into Thursday morning to provide a few snow flurries across the area. Again, it's not going to be a big deal. It will not be enough to accumulate and won't cause any problems. But if it happens, remember you heard about it first right here on Dr. Don's weather page. And there's a look at your primetime forecast. We'll be back in here on your Wednesday to take a look at the weekend. Our next storm system headed our way on Saturday. On Dr. Don's weather page, if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise. We'll see you then. Bye now.